One day, in an Italian small city by the sea, Stefano Roy and his family celebrate his 12th birthday.
When I am older, I want to go on the sea like you, and I will captain ships even more beautiful and even larger than yours.
I'll take you on the boat today.
Stefano, who had never been on the boat, ran very happily on the bridge, admiring the complicated operation of the sails, and he raised multiple questions with the sailors, who gave him all the desirable explanations.
Stefano, what are you doing, standing there?
Dad, come and see. There is a black thing from which time to time shows in the wake, and which follows us.
Oh. To you. I will have much concern for you now. What you see emerging from the water and following us is not a thing, but indeed a K. It is a monster. For reasons that nobody will perhaps never know, he chooses his victim, and once it chooses her, he follows her during years and years, the whole life, if it is needed, until the moment when he succeeds in devouring her. And strangest is that no one else can see him, except the future victim, or somebody of their family.
It is a joke which you tell me, Dad.
No, and I had never seen this monster, but according to descriptions which I so often heard, I immediately identified him. This snout of bison, this big mouth opening and closing nervously, these terrible teeth, there are no possible doubt. Alas, the K threw his spell on you, and as long as you will be at sea, you will not be left at the moment of rest. Listen to me now, my boy. We will immediately come back to the port. You will get off the boat, and you will not venture again beyond the shores for any reason. You must promise it to me. Trade of sailor is not made for you, my son. You should give up. Bah! On the land you will also be able to make a fortune.
This said, he immediately ordered the ship to make half-turn, return to the port, and, under the pretext of a sudden disease, disembark his son. Then he went back to sea again without his son. Deeply disturbed, the boy remained on the shore until he saw the top of the big mast vanishing in the horizon. From a distance, he saw a small black spot which showed up from time to time. It was the K, which crossed slowly, length inboard, and which awaited him with obstinacy. The father sent him to study in a city inland. But Stefano remained struck by fear, his heart beating wildly at the thought of the K. Stefano, who was a serious and ambitious boy, continued his studies with success, and arrived at the age of man, found a well-remunerated employment in a company of the city. Nevertheless, the memory of the K tormented him, and, as the day passed, instead of fading, it seemed to intensify.
Do you see something on the side?
No, we do see absolutely nothing. Why?
I do not know. It seemed to me...
You would not have seen a K by any chance.
Why do you laugh? Why do you touch wood?
Because the K is an animal which is relentless in his pursuit, and if ever he started to follow the ship, that would mean that one of us is lost.
The continual threat which pursued him even appeared to multiply by 10 his will, his passion for the sea, in the heat of danger and combat. Until the day when suddenly Stefano became aware that he had become old, very old and bitterly unhappy because he had used his whole existence in his foolish escape through the seas to flee his enemy. Old and bitterly unhappy because he had used his war resistance in his foolish escape through the seas to flee his enemy. He called the captain, in whom he had the total trust, and he asked him not to oppose what he was going to try.
The K escorted me from one end to another of the world, with a fidelity that even the noblest friend would not have testified. Now I am about to die. He also must be terribly old and tired. I cannot keep him waiting. Now we are going to confront him. It is right I do not disappoint him, but I will fight with all of my last energy. I decided to come towards you, and now it is up to you.
What a long way I had to traverse to find you. Me too, I am stricken with tiredness. How you made me swim, and you who fled. And you never understood anything.
Understood what?
Understand that I did not pursue you around the earth to devour you as you thought. The King of the Sea has only given me the responsibility to give you this.
The Pearl of the Sea.
And he then recognized the famous Pearl of the Sea, which gives to whom has it fortune, power, love, and peace of the heart. But it was too late from now on.
Alas, what a pity. I only succeeded in wasting my existence and yours.
Goodbye, my poor fellow.
2 months later, pushed by the hunted Tau, a small boat ran aground onto a rocky beach. Seen by some fishermen who, intrigued, approached it. In the boat, a bleached skeleton was sucked. Between his fingers, he held tightly a small round pebble.
The K is a fish of very big size, dreadful to see, and extremely rare. According to Platinum people, it is diversely known as Columba, Calubra, Kalonga, Kalu, Balu, Chalum Ruffle. The naturalists, strange fact, are unaware of it. Some even argue that it does not exist.